IANR 2023. I'm Yung Hu from Hong Kong, and I'm very pleased to host this morning session. I think everybody is happy with last night's dinner, so maybe get up a little late. Yeah. But now we are on the time to open the morning session in the scientific session about the we should start in the 8th, and without further delay, I would open this session now. And the first speaker is very famous professor, Professor Sharma. He will give us a talk in this session. His title is Sleep Deprivation Enhances Beta P-tau and sensation in the brain.
Thank you very much. I am deeply honored to speak on behalf of my wife, Aruna Sharma, because there was some misunderstanding anyway, but I am now here. And this is a collaboration with several universities, and US government is the main sponsor. And I will describe how sleep deprivation can affect the brain function. How to put this? As I told you that this is a teamwork and done by lots of people from here, and these are our collaborators, Daphne Muresanu from Romania, Ruby Castellani and Aruna Hari from US, Jose La Fuente from Bilbao, Spain, Anka from Romania, Jet Ryan Tian from from US, and he is one of the patent of nanowired technology that we are using it. Professor Huang, everybody knows. Professor Fung from Shijiazhuang, Dr. Igor from Vladivostok and Dr. Manjulu from Vladivostok, Lars Wiklund from Sweden, and my wife Aruna Sharma. We have no conflict of interest to disclose, and the views expressed here by us, it is only our conclusions and observation. It has nothing to do with US government or any other government that we are working with. Since 2004, we have started working on US government collaboration on nanowire delivery to study how brain function can be affected. And you know, in all kinds of military, including US, there is a lots of problem of sleep deprivation. They do not have enough time to sleep or rest, and it affects their mental functions, and also it will affect the decision making. So we started working on sleep deprivation, and in this study I will show you how even one night of sleep deprivation can affect Alzheimer disease. In this meeting, we have learned that astrocytes are important, microglia are important, and also neurons are affected. But I can tell you that brain is a homogeneous organ, and one of the most important points is the blood-brain barrier, and it is open or dysfunctional in almost all disease conditions affecting brain, and that could be one of the key components for developing Alzheimer disease. And brain has all components: neurons, astrocytes, microglia. So why astrocytes are not affected? Why microglia are not affected? All are affected. It depends what you see. If you see in Alzheimer microglia it's microglia. If you see in Alzheimer astrocytes, it's astrocytes. If you see XYZ, it's that. But the root cause of all brain diseases, no matter what, is the disruption of blood-brain barrier. You can see here that sleep deprivation is closely related with many factors. As you can see here, accumulate, amyloid, phosphorylated tau, mitochondrial dysfunction, and oxidative stress. This cartoon shows that how brain is affected in Alzheimer's disease and how brain pathology can develop. These are another example of Alzheimer's disease pathophysiology affected by sleep deprivation. There is always an overlapping of things, whether it is Parkinson's, alpha-synuclein, or tau, or Alzheimer. It's already interlinked diseases caused by nervous system, and the basic cause is disruption of the blood-brain barrier, no matter by what. It's from Korea, somebody's migraine. As you can see, sleep deprivation can affect lots of functions. And here you can see increase of symptoms of depression, impaired cognition, higher levels of anxiety, stroke risk, increased risk for diabetes, weight gain, increased risk for heart disease, and many other things sleep deprivation can do it. Sleep deprivation is one of the fundamental problems in any military and in US as well. And here you can see that combat stress or vigilance or night duties all can affect our sleep and disturb our brain function. A cartoon was published long ago telling that sleep deprivation is very similar to the alcohol consumption induced brain dysfunction. This is an example showing how our US military are spending nights during combat or during any other activities they are supposed to do it. So therefore, we study the effect of sleep deprivation on various aspects. Today, we are discussing about the possibility of Alzheimer's disease. One of the fundamental things is accumulation of amyloid beta peptide, no matter how, but the result is it is increased in Alzheimer's disease, and we have shown here that amyloid beta accumulates in the CSF that can be reduced by some of the drugs, for example, in this case, cerebrolizine. Then we have injected nanowired cerebrolizine. It has much more effective than the compound alone. Another example is phosphorylated tau, and you can also see here that it is clearly reduced by cerebrolizine, and nanowired cerebrolizine has definitely more effect as compared to the normal cerebrolizine. This is an example showing amyloid beta peptide infusion increased here in rat model, and cerebrolizine infusion with amyloid beta peptide has reduced it. Albumin, the leakage, that one of the important aspects of blood-brain barrier leakage, is also decreased when we have used cerebrolizine nanowire. This is another example that GFAP astrocytes are activated and also neuronal damages are there, and when we have used cerebrolizine, it is much reduced, and the nanowired cerebrolizine has much more pronounced effect than the cerebrolizine alone. At ultrastructural level, vesiculation of myelin can be very well seen, that is significantly reduced by nanowired cerebrolizine and cerebrolizine alone. Then here we have reduction in albumin leakage by cerebrolizine, GFAP, and also this neuronal changes that was aggravated by diabetes, but that is also reduced here. This slide shows the permeability increase in Alzheimer disease, and that is reduced by nanowired cerebralizing. This is an example of some example measurement in table showed that CSF level, they are very much increased after amyloid beta peptide infusion model of Alzheimer disease, and they are significantly reduced by cerebralizing given nanodelivery. They are also in cerebral cortex, hippocampus, and cerebellum. P-tau level is also decreased by nanowired cerebralizing in cerebral cortex, hippocampus, and cerebellum. This is an example of histology, and you can see that the ABP was increased, and here when we have given even nanowired antibodies to tau, it is also reduced with nanowired cerebralizing. Another example is here that nanowired cerebralizing potentiate S422 antibodies in making neuroprotection. Some of the results presented here were awarded by National Innovation, and that increases our confidence that we are working in the right direction. This was given to my wife, Aruna Hari Sharma, in sleep deprivation. These are the organizations. So we have used Alzheimer-like pathology, and I will show you. This is biochemical measurement of CSF and brain parameters, amyloid beta peptide, phosphorylated tau. Even we have measured 5-HT and blood-brain barrier damage, and also the cerebral blood flow. The point is that when we have given sleep deprivation, all values are increased here. But when we have given sleep deprivation with nanowired cerebralizing, the values are decreased, and sleep deprivation with nanowired cerebralizing and antibodies to amyloid beta peptide and tau, they were also further decreased. This is an example showing the untreated showed more damage, and the treatment showed significant improvement. This is at the electron microscopic level. The same thing is myelin vesiculation is much better preserved as compared to the untreated group. Sleep deprivation 48 hours causes severe destruction in parietal cerebral cortex that was significantly reduced by nanowired cerebralizing with antibodies to amyloid beta peptide and tau. The same thing is happening in brain stain. And here is the amyloid beta peptide level that was significantly decreased after 48 hours of sleep deprivation treated with cerebralizing, monoclonal antibodies to tau and amyloid beta peptide. This is an example in parietal cerebral cortex, and this is microglia that is activated so much in parietal cerebral cortex, and they were reduced using nanowired drug delivery. This is an electron microscopic image of one axon, might be much more distorted, but here the neuropil is quite compact after given nanowired drug delivery as a treatment. Nanowired drug delivery, all drugs when given nanowired are not protective. This shows only that some of the drugs who are in this area are protective, while other nano drug delivery is not that protective. It appears that the hypothesis is that when you deliver nanowire loaded with drugs, they penetrate into the cerebral endothelial cell levels and enter into the brain, where they discharge their content and they are not quickly metabolized. So that would be one of the reasons of their better effects. We are working with one of the Nobel laureate, Dr. Shelley, and he has some compounds. We are trying all these things different level of small peptides, how they can also induce neuroprotection. We have reported our findings in several volumes that nanodelivery is the future of neuroscience research. This is another volume of progress in brain research. This is also in 2017 that nanodelivery of drugs are better. In 2018, and this is the latest 2023 progress in nanomedicine in neurologic disease. Other progress in brain research volumes about the nanomaterials. And the mechanisms of these neuroprotectioners are not different than the cancer mechanism. So therefore, we try to show that the mechanisms of microglial activation and astrocytes are also very similar that is happening in the cancer. And our 2 volumes are appearing next month, International Review of Neurobiology, that we are telling the same thing. And we have lots of support from various organizations. These are our precious collaborators who made the work possible, and I am deeply grateful to them. We have various support from various other organizations, and these are our collaborators. I am from Uppsala University, and thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. I will invite any question regarding this presentation. If any question? Maybe I have one question.
Yes, please.
I'm not in this field, but I'm just wondering: is the sleep, the deprivation, can we get the totally reversely pure or
If
not?
sleep deprivation is for short periods, and you get enough sleep, then even there are papers published recently 3-4 years that even 1 night of sleep deprivation enhanced amyloid beta peptide, and when you have rest of at least 6 hours after that, then the levels are subsiding. So therefore it is recovery is possible when the amount of sleep deprivation is short. And but if it is for long period, then it can reach to irreversible phenomena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
you have a very good talk at the beginning. Yeah. Maybe Professor Yao will.